All right, moving on to the next story. D.L Hughley has tested positive for coronavirus. American actor and stand-up comedian D.L Hughley has tested positive for coronavirus after a video surfaced online of him passing out on stage during a comedy show. Check this out.
Mexicans to call it, they were immigrants. I got you.
While reacting to the video where he slumped on stage, D.L Hughley took to his social media page to let his fans know that he was fine after testing positive for coronavirus, despite showing no symptoms. Take a look at the clip.
Hey, it's me, D.L Hughley. I'm just being released from St. Thomas Hospital in Nashville. I want to thank them for taking such good care of me. I want to thank you all for your well wishes and your prayers, and you comedians who called and said such evil things when I was scared to death. Thank you too. I really appreciate it. Thank you everybody for your prayers and well wishes. When I came, I was being treated for extreme exhaustion and dehydration, which I was very dehydrated, but it turns out they ran a battery of tests, and I also tested positive for COVID-19, which blew me away. I was what they call asymptomatic. I didn't have any symptoms that, other classic symptoms. I didn't have flu-like symptoms. I didn't have shortness of breath. I didn't have difficulty breathing. I didn't have a cough. I didn't have a low-grade fever. I still don't have a fever. I didn't have a loss of smell or taste. Apparently, I just lost consciousness. So, in addition to all the other stuff you have to look out for, if your pass out in the middle of a show on stage, you probably need to get tested. So, I am going back to my hotel room to quarantine for 14 days, and
Oh wow, so we wish the comedian and actor a speedy recovery.
I just love his energy.
Yeah.
He's like, apart from checking for all the common signs and symptoms that we know, if you fall down on stage, you might just have it, you know?
Honestly.
I love his positive vibe towards it.
This is just a wake-up call. Like, a lot of people, I mean, I was really upset yesterday being at the salon, and those women were saying that, oh, they know someone who just got called and said, oh, let's pay you to come and act like you have this.
Oh, God.
Yes.
And, and she kept saying, I can call her. And I'm just like, how can you be so ignorant? How can you be so, like, I don't even want to use the wrong words. Like, this thing is real. And I think that I talked about my friend last week that, I recently even spoke to, and he just went off, and I felt like he was always careful, but then he ended up having the COVID. So I didn't hear from him for a while, and then by the time I spoke to him, he said, oh, COVID-19 happened. And I'm like, how in God's name did this happen? It has made me very conscious and even extra in terms of how I've been, like,
honestly
trying to stay safe.
And people think that even if I get the virus, because I'm young and I'm going to get through
nothing will
it,
happen to me.
Studies have shown that some people, after getting the virus, their lungs is like the lungs of an 80-year-old. So you might want to think twice before you make that very careless decision not to clean your hands, not to sanitize, not to keep your distance, because it is real. And especially in Lagos, Nigeria, where our healthcare systems are nothing to write home about, you better be careful up in there. But on a lighter note, I love the fact that, he has positive vibes and he's playing about it, and we wish him speedy recovery.